We're back once again with Booster Pack Friday. We've got another pack of Rivals of Ixalan for today. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in. Hello and welcome to Life Begins at 20. My name is Mark and thank you for joining me. We've got ourselves another pack of Rivals of Ixalan to open up on the channel for Booster Pack Friday. So without any further ado, let's just grab and get straight into this pack. Just a reminder that all of the cards that we open up in this series will end up going to Patreons in a giveaway. So best of luck to you if you are a Patreon to win all of the cards that we've opened up so far this month. To start off with, we've got ourselves a little bit of a combat trick here. It's better for pirates, but you know, just get +1/+1 a double strikes end of turn. Nice little combat trick. Definitely not first pickable, but it's not too bad if you're building yourself a little red deck there, just as a payoff card. Next up, we've got Mystical Herald. Again, it's 1/1 for one that's can't be blocked, which is fantastic. I do like that. Not going to be first pickable unless the rest of the pack is god awful, but it's still definitely good to have in a Merfolk deck as well there. Next up, we've got Moment of Triumph. So again, this is perfect to sit in with vampire decks. There's definitely lots of lifelink payoffs there as well. So it gets +2/+2 and you gain 2 life. Again, nice little combat trick, not first pickable, but it's still pretty useful. Moving on to something that may well be first pickable, and that's Moment of Craving. Again, we've got ourselves instant speed removal, -2/-2, gaining 2 life as well, which can, if you're playing a vampires deck, the 2 life will still, you know, actually be able to be quite useful. It's still going to be beneficial to you in that deck as well, so that is still relevant, but the -2/-2 is very good at instant speed. Another piece of removal now with Plummet. Not quite as good as Moment of Craving, but definitely sideboardable if you know you're playing against flyers. So again, pretty good there. Next, we've got ourselves Vampire Revenant. So we've got a few vampire cards so far coming in this pack. But we've got a 3/1 flyer for 4. Quite expensive, not necessarily, definitely not going to be first pickable, but maybe useful as a late pickup. Next, we've got Orazca Relic. So for 3 cost, you've got yourself a Mana Rock there with Ascend. So if you get the City's Blessing, you can sacrifice a gain 3 life, draw a card. The City's Blessing isn't as difficult to actually achieve in Limited, especially in Sealed as well, because the games tend to be a little bit slower. So it's still going to be quite useful. Plus, you've got the ramp there to get yourself to potentially a dinosaur deck. Next, we've got another little bit of a sideboard card here with Shatter, destroy target artifact, instant speed for 2. Again, sideboardable. If you know you're playing against a lot of artifacts, perfect. But until that point in time, it's just sideboardable. Next, we've got ourselves Crashing Tide. So for 2 and a blue, it has flash as long as you control a Merfolk, return target creature's owner's hand, and draw a card. So bounce away a creature your opponent controls, or you can save one of your own if you need to. And you know, drawing a card as well, still relevant. Again, definitely not going to be first pickable there. Next, we're going into the uncommons now. So we've got first up Raging Regisaur. 2, a red and a green for a 4/4, and whenever it attacks, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. That is still pretty decent. It's definitely one of the stronger cards we've opened up in the pack so far, and you know, you might be able to actually, instead of dealing with one of your opponent's creatures, you may be able to put this on your own creature to have an enraged trigger go off. I mean, that could be very, very beneficial there as well, especially with the dinosaur decks. I do like that. Next, we've got a bit of mana fixing there with Stone Quarry. So again, if you're going to be trying to go red or white or splash for one of the two, again, it's very, very useful to pick up your fixing because it's really important. But again, definitely not going to be first pickable. Speaking of an interesting payoff card for dinosaurs, we've got Forerunner of the Empire. So for 3 and a red, it's a 1/3, and when it enters the battlefield, you can search your library for a dinosaur card, reveal it, and shuffle it your library and put it on top, which is great. And whenever a dinosaur enters the battlefield under your control, you may have it deal 1 damage to each creature. You could potentially get yourself, if you've got plenty of things that are bigger, you can get a little bit of a board wipe there. You've got enraged triggers going to be going off pretty quickly as well. The more and more you'll be able to do this, so that is definitely a very, very good, strong first pick there. And for our rare, we've got Slaughter the Strong. So for 1 and 2 white, each player chooses any number of creatures he or she controls with total power 4 or less, then sacrifices all other creatures he or she controls. I like it, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be first pick. I mean, I would much rather have Moment of Craving for the instant speed removal there. I would much rather have that. If your opponent's putting up a massive board, then yes, great, this is going to be fantastic. Sorcery speed, it's okay. I mean, I would personally go with something different for my first pick, but it's still a pretty strong card. And we've got ourselves another foil in the pack. And oh, there we go. It's a foil mountain. It still looks pretty cool, but that's a little bit of a letdown there. Apologies for that. So now we'll go through and see what my first pick will be. So for me in this pack, it's possibly a little bit of a controversial pick with all the other things that are going on, but I'll be going for Forerunner of the Empire. I really do like a dinosaur deck. I do love the fact that, especially in a red-green deck, you may be able to really push out the amount of damage and enrage triggers you're going to be getting there. Plus, the more dinosaurs you're able to put out, the more chance you've got of wiping away your opponent's board. It's definitely good against vampires as well, because if you've got, say, 2 big dinosaurs, like your Raging Regisaur or any of the others that are 4 toughness, and you can put out a few of them at a time, that where you're going to be able to get rid of all the 2 toughness things on your opponent's side of the board and leave yourself up with plenty of opportunities on your side as well. Plus, it's a tutor for dinosaurs, so you can get yourself something out really big as well. And yes, I'll be going all in for dinosaurs with this card, but it's definitely one of the better payoff cards for dinosaurs as well. And it's just a lot of fun to play with, so that would be my number 1 pick. So here we have my first pick from the pack. Again, we're not going with the rare for this one, but do let me know in the comment section below whether you agree with my first pick or you would pick something different. It would definitely be very interesting to see which ones you would be picking yourselves. Just as a quick note, the Cube Build Along series next video will be up on Tuesday. I've been in work pretty much all week this week and I'm pretty tired. I didn't manage to finish it off on Tuesday, but we will end up getting it out for next Tuesday. I've got the weekend to work on it. There's so much animation and everything going on in the video, so hopefully it's going to be worth the wait. But definitely do let me know in the comment section which card you would pick out of this pack, and also what your favourite card is from the set so far to play draft with. It'd be very, very interesting to find out.
I would just like to take this moment to thank my Patreons of the channel. I can't thank you enough for the help and support that you're giving me. If you'd like to do the same, head over to patreon.com/lifebegins@20, and there'll be a link in the description below for that as well, where there are plenty of rewards to choose from. With your support, we can really push to make this channel even better. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. With your support, we can really help this channel to grow. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.